Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's me, Scott Anderson, and welcome back to Stronger Yoga Academy. If it's your first time here, thanks for being curious and clicking on this video. Through these videos at Stronger Yoga Academy, we're trying to use your yoga mat to do something besides become more flexible. We want to become stronger too, and we want to alleviate pain that might be in the body. So this is a great way to tune up your body, and I appreciate you sticking around for this class. Today's class is going to focus on functional movement as well as core strength, and we're going to dig deeper into the toolbox than just doing a bunch of meathead ab crunches. So hope you guys enjoy that. Before we get started, I want to give a quick thank you to Big Raven Yoga, our sponsor. All of the mats we use are by Big Raven Yoga. They have big, bold, amazing designs. They're all custom made. They have hundreds of designs, and that is where you can buy the Stronger Yoga Academy surfboard mat. So there's a link down in the description as well as the address right there. I also have to thank the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. You literally make sure that these yoga classes get put up on YouTube through your contributions, and you can become a Patreon member for as low as $5. So thank you guys, and here's the class. I hope you enjoy it. See you on the other side. Thanks for joining me again today, guys. I sure appreciate it. Now, you'll notice first that I have a mat on my mat. This is sort of a standing relief mat. Now, normally I have this in my kitchen in front of my sink because I'm a weirdo, and even though I have a perfectly great dishwasher, I do my dishes by hand. I always have. So I stand at the sink a lot doing the dishes, and I like to stand on one of these. But the reason why I really love these is that I think I spent $13 at Costco for this, and I've seen them at Walmart, I've seen them at Target, and they're like $10 to $20, and it gives you a nice gushy surface for you to work on balance. If I'm standing on hardwood floor, if I'm even standing on my mat, I'm standing on something that's really solid, right? But as soon as you step onto something gushy, then all of your stabilizers have to work harder to hold you in place. Now, I recommend getting one of these, like just a housewares version, because like I said, it's like $13. They make these specifically for the gym, like a smaller gushy pad, and that's what it's for. It's for use to challenging your balance. But those things are tiny, and they're like $60 to $100. So that's, you know, just me to you. That's a little bit of a bit of advice. Now, one last thought. The reason why I specifically got this out is we're going to be going through a lot of functional movement patterns. We're going to do a ton of core work, but it's going to be subversive. You're not even going to really realize that it's coming until it's too late. Now, functional movement means I should be able to get from my back all the way to standing without using my hands, right? That's good functional movement. So what we're going to do today is focus a lot on squatting, lowering the knees. So you might need some kind of padding for your knees. I have really strong knees. In fact, you know, like people name their, you know, I name my knees. Like this is Stallone and this is Schwarzenegger, but like from the 80s, because that's kind of me. I'm a child of the 80s. So Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they're badasses, but trust me, like my pecs, they're called Pee Wee and Herman. So, you know. Now here's the other thing, and then we're going to get started. You might have a pillow. Like I've got my beloved Taco Tuesday pillow, and I sleep with this every Monday night so that I know when I wake up, it's Taco Tuesday, and then it's like Christmas. Now, any pillow will do, right? I'm just going to place, oh my gosh, I wish I would have known how perfect. Stallone and Schwarzenegger are like, we give up, man. We're old. We'll take that any day. So, bottom line is, we might need some type of a pillow for your knees because we're going to be up and down on the knees quite a bit, okay? Just so that we're clear about that. I'm doing so much stuff with functional movement. That's why I said you're gonna forget about the core work. Now, let's go ahead. If you are ready, I'm ready. Now we're going to jump in, okay? This is where the people that were inpatient This is where they missed all that great shit, right? Because now we're starting. Step to the back of your mat, the back of your mat. Point your toes straight forward. Reach forward and squat down. It's just Utkatasana. This is a basic yoga pose, right? We learned this in yoga class 101, right? It's in every Bikram class. Go ahead and rise up. So what we want to do in that squat pattern is focus on a proper hinge pattern. That means when we squat, we don't want to round the back, draw the tailbone down, collapse the chest. I want to be ass out and chest forward, right? Go ahead and rise up. Now this time we're going to take that all the way to the ground. So look down at your feet, point your toes straight forward, reach your hands forward. If that helps you with your balance, you could also have your hands on your hips. And we're simply going to squat down, keeping the chest lifted, the hips go back, and at some point we're going to need to lift those heels, right? And then we sit all the way to the heels, leaning slightly back to bring the knees to the floor. Now another version you can do is one knee down, other knee down, right? Can always be like that. Knees to the ground. Again, come back to this video. Go out and buy one of these and then come back to this video, because if you really have a hard time with your knees, you're going to love having one of those. Got my knees on the floor. I'm going to lift my butt off my feet so I can point my toes behind me and sit to the heels, right? Now let's just try that one more time. We're going to get up and go all the way back down. Lift your butt, curl your toes under, lean back, lift the knees, and then squeeze the ankles together as you come all the way up. Now, let's take that back down to the floor. Reach forward, squat down, and then bring the knees forward and lift the heels, sit all the way down. What they would tell you not to do in a Bikram class, right? They would want you to lift back up. I want you to go ahead and sit all the way down, and then lean back and bring your knees down, all right? Now that we got our knees down, here's the second part. I want you to extend your chest forward. I like that camera on the side there so you can see, again, I'm not rounding my back to reach forward, okay? What I want to try to do is place my hands on the top of my mat without falling into my hands. So your toes could be curled under, pointing behind you. Right now I'm balancing on my knees because, like I said, Stallone and Schwarzenegger, I got really good knees so far. Now I'm going to plant my hands at the top of the mat, and then I'm going to lift my knees and push myself forward into a plank, and then bend the elbows and touch the chest all the way to the floor, all the way down, guys. Push up and press back into downward facing dog. Now in this first down dog, go ahead and feel good about bending your knees, moving around, pedaling your feet into the floor. You can't do this wrong, guys. And then just take a moment to look straight down where sweat would drop off your nose and hit your mat, and press your heart towards the space between your big toes. Lower your knees gently to the floor, point your toes behind you, place your hands behind you, and lift your butt off of the floor. Arch your back, chin away from chest, try to look at the wall behind you upside down. Lower your butt to your feet, and then place your hands right underneath your chest. Now we're in a tabletop. All I'm going to do is push down and lift my knees 1 inch, turn the heels to the left, right hand off the floor. Plant the right hand, turn the knees to the left so my heels go right, and I take my left hand off the floor. So all we're trying to do, let's go once more to the right. We're trying to get used to pivoting on the balls of the feet, so your feet need to be separated. And let's come back to center. Lower your knees. Stay on the balls of your feet. So as we sit back, our toes are curled under. Now, we're going to take a step forward. Lift, butt off of heels, and step forward. Notice I did not take a giant step forward. In fact, I barely stepped forward at all. As small a step as I could take and plant my heel, all right? We're going to bind the hand. No, we're not going to bind the hands yet, but in a second. Reach your left hand up and over to the right. Reach your left hand underneath your right thigh to the right. Reach up, breathe in. And reach under, breathe out. Inhale, reach up. We're going to do one more set. Exhale, reach under. Now this is a salutation pattern, although it's probably not one that you're used to, but How do you normally, because it's a salutation, how do you normally say hi to somebody? What's up, what's up, what's up? But someday you might go, hey dude. That's what this is. It's a different type of salutation. Now, bind your hands behind you, pull your knuckles to the floor as you push into the ball of your foot and lift your back knee. Now, lean forward, lift your left foot, bend your left knee, and you're going to try to touch your knuckles to your heel. Release, rise up, lift your left knee in front of you. It's like you're suddenly shrunk down, you're half your normal size, and you're trying to take a step onto a really big step. You might even lift the back heel, right? Take that big step. And then we're going to step back again. Bring your hands to your heart, touch your thumbs to your sternum. Make sure you got weight in the entire right foot, not just in the front, okay? So push down into your right heel, and then slowly twist to your right. Bend your left knee. So while you're turned to the right, you're going to lower yourself back down into a kneeling position. Nice job, everybody. Untwist. Let's go ahead. Why didn't that switch? There we go. Step back and sit to the heels. Just like we practiced, without the back rounding, okay? This is not a Wayne's World. We're not worthy. This is you trying to reach for the top of your mat without falling into the hands and placing them where you want them. Draw the heart forward over the thumbs, curl the toes under, lift the knees, bend the elbows, chest to the floor, push away from the floor, press back. Bend those knees one at a time and come into downward facing dog or crouching cat. Look straight down where sweat would drop off your nose, or if your mat was a mirror, you'd be looking into your own eyes. Take a deep breath and lower the knees, point your toes behind you. Sit to the heels, plant your hands, lift your butt, lift your chin away from chest, and lower your butt to your heels. Now those hands are going to come to the center of the mat. Got to use more of the mat. Hands are always at the top, feet are always at the back, seems like. So now we're back into a tabletop, and I'm going to lift my knees and pivot to the left. Left hand comes off the floor. My knees go left, my heels go right. Plant the hand. Knees go to the right, right hands lift. Right hand, you don't have right hands, do you? I don't, sorry. Plant your right hand, lift your left hand, knees turn left, and then back to the right one time. Awesome. We're going to get really good at pivoting there through the hips and through the shoulder. And now we can go knees down again. Keep your toes curled under. Let's do the other side. Here we go. I'm going to rise up and step the left foot forward. First thing I do is reach up with the right hand. I'm trying to touch a wall to the right. And then reach under, trying to touch that same wall. Reach up and over. Exhale, reach under. So we're still coordinating breath and movement. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. And now come back up, take a deep breath. Now your right hand falls behind your back and finds your left hand. As you pull your knuckles to the floor, lift your right knee off of the floor. Excellent, lean forward. Lift your right leg, bend your right knee. Heel towards the knuckles. Try to press those knuckles into the air with the heel if they're touching. And if they're not touching, you just try to get as close as you could. Lift your right knee in front of you. Again, imagine yourself half your size. How high would you have to lift this right knee to step up onto a big step, right? And then step back. Hands at your heart. Thumbs touch the sternum. Make sure your thumbs don't slide underneath your nipple when you twist, okay? So your thumbs are glued to the sternum. Twist to your left and bend your right knee. From here, lower your right knee softly to the floor and untwist. Well done, guys. Step back and sit to the heels. Reach forward, arching the back, or arcing the back. lifting the nipples away from the knees and planting the hands as soft as we can. Lift the knees, touch the chest to the floor, push and press. Go ahead and lower those knees down. Butt to your heels. Plant your hands behind you. Lift your butt, lift your chin, look behind you. Lower your butt. Place your hands on the center of your mat. Now we practice pivoting, and we're going to add to that, okay? I'm going to go to the side camera. Lift the knees, pivot your chest to the right. Right hand comes off the floor, and kick the left foot through. Look at that. I caught my big toe on my pants. Ugh. Fashion. Now, knees go to the left. Left hand lifts. Right foot kicks over. Point the big toe. Come back to the center. Knees go to the right. Left foot extends. Plant the right hand. Knees go left. Right foot points to the left. And release. Lower the knees down. Keep your toes curled under because we're going to step forward now again. Right foot steps forward. A very small step. Now you can leave your hands on your right thigh, but try not to push down. Try to rest your hands here and push down into the ball of your back foot. Now we're back into that kneeling position. We're in a shallow stance, right? So what we're going to do is turn the right foot out and turn the left heel down. So now, as you can see on my surfboard, I basically brought my feet onto the stripes, the center of the board. Bind your hands behind you and bow forward. Your right knee can bend a little bit if it needs to, but keep trying to press into the right foot to push you back. And now pull the heart forward so you can look straight down. I've got that S right underneath my forehead, and that S today stands for sweat because that's where it's dripping. And release. Rise back up. We're going to turn right toes forward. We're going to lift the back heel and point left toes forward. Left knee lifts. Ankle crosses to the thigh. Take your hand to your knee and push down as you point your big toe. And now grab your leg and lift it up. Now bring your left leg behind your right glute and grab it with your right hand. Hinge forward, place your left palm on your right knee, and lift your left knee into the air. Release your left leg and place your right hand on your back as your left leg straightens. Left hand reaches down to touch your right ankle. Now, a lot of these instructions, when you can't see them when you're doing it, they can be challenging. So just pay close attention. I'll try to give the best words I can. Lower your left foot to the back edge of your mat and rise up. Reach your left hand into the air. So we're simulating a move we did with while we were kneeling. And now as I reach down with my left hand, let's go to the front. I'm going to touch my right inner ankle and lift my left leg. Pushing through the right heel, pointing the left big toe. Lower the left foot. Reach the left hand up. The hand goes up when the foot is down. When the hand reaches down to touch the ankle, you could also place your hand on the floor if you really need to. Lift your left leg up. Both legs are straight. Pull the heart forward. Let's practice one more time. Lower your left foot. You smell that? That's your right butt cheek on fire. Reach your left hand up. And now, slowly lower your left arm and lower your left knee down. Nice work, you guys. Plant the left hand. Plant the right hand. And step back. Sit back to your heels. And let your body rest for a moment. Just for a moment. And now reach forward. And plant your hands. Push yourself forward till you have to lift the knees. Touch your chest to the floor. Push up. Press back. And lower the knees. Point your toes behind you. Plant your hands behind you. Push into the top of your feet. Lift your butt, lift your chin, look behind you. Lower your butt to your feet. Place your hands on the top edge of your mat. We're going back into our little hip swivels. So lift those knees, turn to your left, kick your right foot through, plant your left hand, knees go to the right. Kick your left foot through, plant your right hand, swivel the other way, right foot kicks through. This is your last one, guys. Pivot, kick your left foot through. Plant your hand, lower your knees, stay on the balls of your feet. Other side. Step the left foot forward. Push down into the ball of the foot and rise up. I'm going to plant my back heel. I'm going to turn my left heel in or pick up the toes and turn the foot out. Bind the hands behind you. Squeeze the palms and hinge forward. Bowing the heart, lifting the fists. And then when you feel like lifting the fists is collapsing your chest and your back is rounding, pull your heart forward and push yourself back with your left foot. But use those back muscles. Lifting the fists off the back without collapsing the chest. And then slowly rise up. We're going to turn left toes forward, lift the right heel, so right toes point forward, and lift the knee. Cross the ankle to the thigh, and lift the knee up. Place your ankle on your thigh, and push your knee down. Point the right big toe. Lift your leg, and bring your foot around. Grab your right foot with your left hand to the left kneecap. Right knee lifts. Now left hand, let's go with the right foot. Left hand is on the back. Right hand slides down to the left inner ankle. Lower the right foot. You can keep some softness in the back of that right knee. Reach your right hand up into the air. Reach up and over. Reach down. You can plant your hand if you need to. If not, touch your inner ankle and lift your right leg up. Push into the left heel, point the right big toe. Lower your right foot. Rise up. Reach up and over. How you feeling? Reach under, or reach down, excuse me. Once you're touching your ankle, lift your right leg, drive through the left heel. Both legs should feel really solid and straight. Lower your right foot. Rise up. Reach up. And then reach down. Lower the right knee down to the floor as soft as you can. That takes power. Good work, guys. Step back. Sit to your heels. Take a moment to feel grounded again. Couple of deep breaths. Take a moment to appreciate everything your body's given you and everything you're giving your body to make it stronger. Now this almost feels like, because this is a surfboard, I chose a surfboard for my first mat because it requires so much balance. It's almost like we were going to paddle out, right? So you want to reach for the top of your surfboard. Plant your hands, lift your knees, touch the chest, push away, press back, heart to the feet, and then lower the knees and sit to the heels. Plant your hands, lift your butt, lift your chin, and lower your butt. Nice work, guys. We've done both sides, 2 short sequences, probably pretty demanding, like more than you thought you were gonna do. We did, I hope. Because I'm sweating up a storm here. Pee-wee and Herman, they did their best. Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they're still game for it, all right? So let's get this out of the way. Now, instead of stepping forward with the right foot for our next sequence, we're gonna lift the knees and step the right foot out, okay? Plant both hands on the center of your mat. Ready? Lift your left knee 1 inch. Lift your right hand. Now, your left foot, your left hand, and your right foot are all trying to slide to the center point of those 3 places. Lower your left knee, plant your right hand. Reach your left hand left, lift your right foot right. Release. Lower the foot, lower the hand. Switching cameras. There we go. Let's take a different look at that. Lift your right hand, left knee, and try to drag the 3 points of contact that are on the floor towards each other. And then lower down. Left hand reaches left. Lift your right leg up to the right. You know how I love 3s. Plant the foot, plant the hand. Right hand lifts, left knee lifts. Feet and hand try to draw to the center. Plant the hand in the knee. Left hand left, right foot to the right. Now bend your right knee, draw back, reach back with your left hand and grab that foot. Pull your heel to your butt. Lift your right knee up. All right, guys. Plant the left hand, plant the right knee. Are you ready to do the other side? Just so you know, it's going to start doing that. It's like coronavirus when the world reopens. It's just fucking going nuts. It's going right up, okay? Now, plant your hands. Step left foot left. There we go. Lift your right knee, left hand. Try to drag feet and hand to the center of those 3 points of contact. Lower the knee, plant the hand. Right hand right, left leg left. Lower the foot and the hand, lift the left hand and the right knee, and drag those 3 points to the center energetically. Lower the knee and the hand, reach to the right, left foot left. Plant the hand in the foot. Left hand lifts, right knee lifts. Try to drag to the center. Lower the knee, lower the hand, right, left foot left. Hold it. Bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand. Capture the foot, pull the heel to your tailbone. Lift your left knee up. Oh my. Release, plant the hand, the knee, sit to the heels. Okay, let's build on that. Take a moment to catch your breath. So, this has been really challenging for the knees and probably for the hands and the wrists, right? That's why I typically wrap my hands if I know it's going to be a very close to the ground type of a practice. Lift the chest, take a couple of deep breaths. We have to pause too. We have to recenter. We have to dig back in for another handful of determination. All right, let's build on what we've been doing, okay? Plant your hands, slide right foot right. Lift your right hand, lift your left knee, bring your weight a little bit more forward and lift your left foot and just push down into your left hand. Plant the hand, the foot, the knee, step the right knee in, sit to your heels. Now just your right hand behind you, left hand reaches up and over. Lift your butt off your heels, turn to the right, reach over your head with your left hand. Back to center, plant your hands, left foot steps out. Ready? Left hand lifts, right knee lifts, right foot lifts. And release, plant the foot, the knee, the hand, and bring left knee in. Sit to the heels, left hand slides back, Right hand reaches up and back. Turn to the right, the left. And release. Now we're gonna, it just gets more fun. It just gets more fun. You know, just keep telling yourself that. Now plant your forearms. Your forearms line up with your shins. Train tracks. Palms are flat, thumbs point at each other. Lift your knees and try to drag your elbows towards your feet towards your elbows. Lower your knees, lift your elbows. Lift your knees an inch and try to tear your mat in half. Lower your knees, lower your elbows, lift your knees again, and try to drag your mat back together if you were able to tear it in half. Lower the knees, lift the elbows, lift the knees, try to tear your mat in half. Your hands are trying to slide your feet out, or try to slide your mat out from under your feet. Your feet are trying to slide your mat out from under your hands. Lower your knees, lower your elbows, last set. Lift the knees 1 inch and try to drag your mat back together. Your elbows are trying to slide back, your feet are trying to slide forward. Plant your knees, lift the elbows, lift the knees 1 inch again. Press your heart back, try to tear your mat in half. Lower the knees. Good job, guys. Let's come on to left forearm. Left forearm. So I've got my hand at the center of my mat, and I'm going to lift the knees and turn into a side plank. Right hand reaches up. I've got one foot in front of the other. That's important. Don't stack your feet, please. It's a little bit too much shear on your back. We got your right foot, if we're turned to the right, in front of the left foot. Lower your hips, but don't touch the floor. Lift them up high. Lower them, don't let them touch the floor. Lift them up high. Lower them towards the floor, lift up high, and then come onto the balls of your feet and reach under your left armpit with your right hand. Reach up with your right hand, lower your heels. Lower the hips, lift them up. Lower the hips, lift them up. Lower the hips, lift them up. Reach under, look behind you. Reach up, lower your hips. Hips up, down, up, down, up. Reach under and release. Lower the knees. Come onto the hands and sit in our hero's pose. You are becoming a hero to your future self. A little bit of time to catch the breath. Not so long that we're like, fuck it, that's good, I'm done. Let's go get a drink. 6-ounce curls. Let's do the other side, shall we? Which camera? I get so confused, I don't know which camera to look at. All right, here we go. Hands forward, right forearm down. My elbow just goes where my hand was, and my right hand rests under center, kind of underneath my forehead. I'm going to lift my knees and turn my feet, sliding the feet out till my legs are straight. And remember, one foot in front of the other. Don't stack your feet, please. Reach up and lower your hips. Don't let them touch the floor. Lift them up. Don't let them touch the ceiling. That's a little joke for you overachievers. Hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up. Reach under, look over your right shoulder, and come onto the balls of your feet. Turn the heels back down, reach up, lower your hips. Lift them up, down, up, down, up. Reach under, roll off the heels under the balls of your feet. Reach up, turn the heels down, lower the hips. Hips up, hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up high, lift the heels, reach under. Lower the knees and sit back into your hero pose. Lower right ear to your shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Now we have one more little movement pattern to get through from the kneeling position. Okay, then we're going to transition to our butt. We're almost done. You guys are so strong. Thank you guys for being here and sticking this out. This is not easy, man. This is deceptive core, right? It's, what's that transformer thing? It's a Decepticon. It's deceptive, and I'm conning you into working harder than you want to work. I'm stalling. I'm just being honest. I'm stalling. Okay, here's the last part. Are you ready? It's simple, but it's hard, especially after everything that we've done. Plant your hands. Lift your knees. Right knee to elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Plant both feet. Come on to your elbows. Right knee to tricep. Try to not touch the floor. Left knee to tricep. Come on to the hands. Knee to elbow. Step. Knee to elbow. Step. Onto the elbows. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Onto the hands. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Onto the elbows. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Onto the hands. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. One more time, guys. Forearms. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Lower the hips. Slide the hands forward. Superman. Rest your head for just a second. Just a second. All right. Look at your thumbs. So you got to get your forehead off the floor. Press your knees down so you feel less pressure of your groin against the floor. Maybe we go to the side for this. Lift your hands off the floor, palm up. As your hands reach out, they're going to rotate to face the floor. As your hands reach for your pockets or your hips, keep rotating your hands. The back of my hands is now facing the floor. Thumbs are pointing at my hips. But when I touch my hips, I want to try to touch with the back of my hands and point the thumbs up. Reach out. When your arms are at your side, you should be palm to the floor. And as you reach forward, you're going to rotate your arms so your palms are up when they're in front of you. Reach to the sides, palm turn to the floor. And as we reach back, palms turn more back of your hands to your hips, thumbs point up. Reach out, turn the palms. Last set, when your hands are in front of you, palms are up, pinkies touch. Reach out, rotate the palms, and they turn to the ceiling and towards the walls as you touch your hips. Reach your hands out to your sides. Stack your hands under your chin. Stack your left ear on your hands. Couple of breaths. How many mindful breaths do you take in a day? I take a lot. And no one as many as they should. Lift your head, place your right ear on your hands. Lift your head, plant your hands, leave your knees on the floor, please. Try to slide your thumbs under your chest as you push. And we're going to sit back. Now, step your knees forward, cross your ankles, and place your butt somewhere near the center of your mat. Extend your right leg out straight. Plant your left foot. Ooh, I don't want to do this part. No, I do. What am I saying? Let's see how we do this. going to place my right hand behind me, and I'm going to place my left hand on my right shoulder, okay? Right fingers are pointing behind me. I should have gone back to the side. So right fingers are pointing behind me, left hand's on right shoulder. First thing I'm going to do is look at my right foot and lift it off the ground. I'm going to push my butt off the ground and touch my knee to my elbow. Straighten the leg, lower the glute, lower the foot. Lift the foot, lift the butt, knee to elbow. Oh my gosh, I almost fell over there. Straighten, lower the butt, lower the foot. One more, guys. Lift your foot, lift your butt, knee to elbow. Hold it there. Point the big toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Other side. Left leg is straight. Left hand reaches back. Left fingers point back. Plant your right foot. Right hand on left shoulder. Look at your left foot. Lift it off the floor. Lift your butt off the floor. Bring your knee to your elbow. Extend the leg straight. Lower your butt. Lower your foot. Lift your foot. Lift your butt. Knee to the elbow. Straighten the leg. Lower the glute. Lower the foot. Last one, we're going to hold it. Lift your foot. Lift your butt. Knee to the elbow. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was really ungraceful exit. Come into Sukhasana. See, I'm breathing hard too, guys. This shit's for real. It's from the streets. This is hard work. I get it. I do it. Sukhasana position. Place your hands in front of you. Maybe elbows come to the floor. Maybe your head comes to the floor. And don't it deserve it? Lift your head. Switch your legs. We're going to do this twice. And just so you know, guys, in your body, it might look like this, okay? Where your elbows ain't coming down unless your hands slide back. And then even that's kind of sketchy, right? Your forehead may not come to the floor. This takes a lot of access in the hips and the back body. And there's not good yoga or bad yoga any more than there's good people or bad people. There's just a ton of gray. There's literally 50 shades of gray, as I've been told. All right. Plant both feet, plant both hands. Grab onto your mat, lift your butt into the air. Chin away from chest, look straight up at the ceiling. Try to slide your heels back. Extend your right leg straight. Don't lift it into the air. Just float your your left leg parallel to the floor. If you did your right leg, that's okay, because we're just going to plant the foot and switch. Straighten the right leg or the left leg, whichever one you didn't do. And release. Lower your glutes. Fold your legs. And this time the hands are going to walk forward and out to the right. I'm going to try to lay my heart on my thigh and my chin over my knee. Walk the hands back, switch the legs. Walk the hands over to the left. Pull the belly in, twist a little bit, and then glide the heart onto the thigh, like gliding peanut butter onto bread. And release. Lie down on your back if you prefer Shavasana. And sit upright if you prefer Sukhasana. Let's bring it on home. Where's home? Home is where you can sit or lie for a moment and marinate in your sweat and marinate in your success. Your success. Focus on what you could do, how long you tried, how much you looked at the video and tried to learn an idea. Don't judge your success by whether or not you're sitting on your mat and did everything I did the way I did it. And to be quite honest, you know, that was difficult work. I'm just sweating. I'm just totally sweating my butt off. And that's what I want you all to see, is that this is challenging and it's worthwhile. It is so worthwhile to engage in this work. This is martial arts for one, and your opponent is yourself, and you trying to overcome your lower nature and become stronger. Really appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you'll join me again for the next one. Thanks. Namaste.